welcome back. Megan Tennant here, and I've got another video for you guys today. Today is an exciting video. Now, if you haven't watched Friday's Savory Stories video, one, what the hell are you doing? Go watch it. But in case you missed that video, then I'll tell you guys here. The 7th of September was Aletheia's first year anniversary, so to celebrate that, we're just doing dystopian themed videos all month. So I'm gonna give you guys 7 of the dystopian tropes that I hate the most. Number 1, the MC is born special. I'm all for the MC being the person who takes down the society. I love that in the Hunger Games, because of situations and circumstance, Katniss becomes special and she becomes the face of the rebellion. What I don't like is the trope where just because of some trait they have no control over, they're the only ones who can take down the society. Number 1 perpetrator of this is probably Divergent. She was just born that way. She was just handed these magical powers that allowed her to not get mind controlled and just, no. A read that I just read a couple days ago, which did this really bad, was First Life. It's not even explained why she's special. They just think she's special because when she was born, light shone in the magical world of these factions, and that makes her special enough that they're gonna war over her. And then the whole plot of the book is just her trying to not get killed as these two factions war over her. I just don't like it. Trope that I hate number 2 is a super common complaint. That is love triangles. I know, this is an obvious one, low-hanging fruit, but hey, I had to put it in there because it's a trope in dystopia that I hate. And I can give some examples of this, as if you guys need examples, I'm sure you're very familiar with all of them. We have the selection, delirium, matched, uglies. You probably see a trend in the type of dystopia here. These are all the super flowery dystopias, so of course, the only way they could add conflict to the story is to add in a love triangle because, what is other forms of conflict? You know, if you can't choose between the two people, maybe you don't like either of them enough to deserve them. That's kind of my take on love triangles. I guess I should also mention the Hunger Games did the love triangle thing. I don't like to mention that because I like the Hunger Games. It did it before all the other books, so it gets a little more leeway here, but not a lot. Trope number 3, dystopias where the society originated and came from a super vague past event that's never properly explained. One of the dystopias that does this is actually in TV form my absolute favorite dystopia, and that is the 100. All that we're ever really told in the book series is just a nuclear war happens, and then the rest of the story takes place afterwards, and it's never referenced again, and we never look at the past or what created the war or anything. The TV series delves a little deeper into it in later seasons, so that's pretty cool. In case you guys don't know, I like the TV series 50 billion hundred times more than the book series. I like to just pretend the book series doesn't exist. I know that's mean, I'm a writer, we're not supposed to do that, but I mean, have you guys read the book series? You probably haven't. Most people haven't. If you haven't, you shouldn't. If the author happens to be watching this, I'm sorry. Don't hate me. I don't know what to say. Yeah. Shatter Me also kind of did this. The description we're just given is that there was a war, and then suddenly there are kids with magical superpowers, and that's never properly explained. So I just view Shatter Me as a magic fantasy fusion with dystopia. Trope number 4, which I hate in dystopia. All of the adults are either evil, dumb, dead, or dying. Like, there's no other category of adult. If there is an adult that's smart and helpful, it's guaranteed that they're like about to die at any moment so they can get out of the plot and just leave way for the teenagers to go crazy. Delirium, Shatter Me, Wither. And I get why that's necessary for why dystopian, because it's supposed to be all about like the teenagers rising up, and teenagers aren't super excited to read a book where the teenagers in the book are reliant on adults. Like, I get the origin of that, but at the same time, like, you can have adults that are on the same level as the teenagers. 5, arbitrary categories that the society is divided into. I could give multiple examples of this, but I'm not. I'm just gonna give one example. Divergent with its 5 arbitrary categories named based on SAT questions, just like words that no one knows the definition of. 2 days ago, I asked Josh to Google abnegation food for an upcoming Savory Stories video. I had to tell him how to spell abnegation because he didn't know what the word was, because Who the hell knows the word abnegation? Maybe Veronica Roth was trying to teach us new words, but at the same time, do we really need to know the meaning of the word abnegation? And the test to divide people into this, like they're given a super cool VR test to tell them which one to choose, but then they can just choose whatever they want anyway, so does it really matter? It's dumb. Trope number 6. This is probably also one you guys are familiar with and one you agree with, and it drives me crazy, and it is overly present in dystopian novels, and that is insta-love. I can give examples. I don't know if you guys need examples, but we've got, of course, the normal perpetrators of these tropes, and that is Matched and Delirium and Shatter Me. We also have one I very recently read, which was Replica. Characters meet, and 2 days later, she's telling this guy she's never met before that she loves him. Like 2 days. 2 days. Guys, I can't handle that. Nope, that's not okay. Yeah, if you guys are paying attention, you probably noticed that examples for the vast majority of these tropes include stuff like Matched, Delirium, and Shatter Me. I actually kind of liked Shatter Me because of the purple prose. I thought it was creative and neat, and I kind of liked Warner, but besides that, those 3 books, Shatter Me, Matched, and Delirium, were pretty much just pure just tropes that I hate shoved into trilogies. And last but not least, number 7. This isn't so much a trope as a sin. Dystopias with a foundation in science where the author didn't put any research into the science that she uses in the book. Like, I need to give an example here. I'm gonna give an example. So there are minor offenders of this, which I can let pass. For example, I recently read Children of Eden. When the twins, the main character and her twin brother, were in the womb, there's a point where they were hugging each other, and that caused one of them to get hurt where the other didn't, because one was blocking the other because they were hugging, and it's relevant to the story. Except they're brother and sister twins, so obviously they're fraternal. You can't have identical twins that are a boy and a girl, because identical twins came from the same egg, which would have the same sex chromosomes, unless one of them has 3 chromosomes, in which case they'd have lots of issues. So they're fraternal twins, and fraternal twins are never in the same amniotic sac, and therefore they can't hug because they would be in separate sacs, and they have no direct contact with each other in the womb, so they can't hug. That bugs me, but I can forgive that. That is a smaller detail. It's not the foundation of the entire book. They should have researched it better, but I can let it pass. But then there are books where their whole foundation is on science, and they don't even bother to research basic scientific facts. The biggest perpetrator of this, I finished the book just out of a hate read because I was so angry I had to finish it, and that is Wither by Lauren DeStefano. This book, granted, I'm sure this bothers me more than it does anyone else. This is a very personal pet peeve trope hate because I have a bachelor's degree in biology. I get so angry about this book. You guys don't even understand. To cure cancer and illness, there was this generation of people created that no longer got sick, but then they have kids, and those kids only live to women to 20, guys to 25, and then they die. Why is it 20 for women and 25 for men? Plot reasons, because the writer wanted the guy, the main character guy, to be able to be like 20 while the female lead is 16. She wanted that age gap, and she wanted the guy to have a dying wife who's dying of the disease, but him to still live 4 years so he could be in the book. It doesn't make any sense, and like it's hard to summarize, but if you guys read the book, I'm sure you would recognize that there was no research put into the device behind what's killing all of these people. The whole world doesn't make sense, but it's especially the science that bothers me. And especially since if you look for reviews for this book, you'll find comments like this one. And that makes me sad inside. The science is not accurate. I don't talk bad about books. I'm sorry guys. I just really don't like Wither. Alright, well that was my rant. Those were my 7 dystopian tropes that I hate. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and a share. It really does help. Our channel is still small and YouTube doesn't like small channels, so you'll help us grow that way. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you are subscribed, hit the bell. Check out Aletheia. It is available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. You can find it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Book Depository, all sorts of websites. You can also find signed copies on cloudkittenmarket.com. If you use the promo code BIRTHDAY before the 14th of September, you can get 15% off your order of a signed copy, so check that out. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I will see you in the next video.